Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna hang up on you. Five, give me a. Can I? I can't. Can you hear? Let me. Give me a sound check. Five.
Can you hear me? Live 1 2 1 2. Let me
Mm. So she hears you because I hear her nodding her head. So it must be me. One more time.
check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, that's a little bit better because I got hit my brother Jay. When I tell you this, my brother right here, and we only been knowing each other a year, but we like this. Oh, five. Can we use that? Only keep it for a minute. Check out them people out some video. That's a video on YouTube. Pure love, pure elegance. But we're gonna prank though, because I get it wrong. So here we go.
Hey, watch out, cause I'm coming for you. With baby girl KK, tell me what you do. I said,
All right. Yeah. Five, four, three, two, one. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Happy New Year! Woo-wee. Hey, what's up? Good morning. Peace and love. It's Funky Friday, baby. You know how we doing it. Come on, five. You know we gotta start off by thanking God. So just put it together. Give thanks to God.
hey,
First
watch
off, we
out,
gotta
cause I'm
shout to
coming for you. With baby.
producer Chuck Brown. Thank you, God, for blessing us today so we can get on down. I love you. I praise you. I lift up all good things to you, God. Thank you for blessing us, for keeping us, and thank you for my good brother Five Star. He
Five
passed away
star.
yesterday. Jamie. That's right. That's how we do it. Give thanks and praise to God. You all healthy and strong and keeping the
Hey,
warriors. We
watch
love you.
out, cause
All
I'm
right,
coming for
let's get
you. With
rolling.
baby
Thank
girl.
you, Jesus, first. That's right. You see the praying hands. Come on with it. What's up, Queen Jamie Bennett? Uh, fresh off of Smoky Mountain. Where you live in, Jamie? Where you live in Atlanta, Jamie?
I'm in Stone Mountain. You done switched up the name on me.
She in the high, with a high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the way from New York City, where she was on Wall Street. Am I correct?
Yep.
And what were you
And
doing on Wall Street?
I worked as a human capital strategist at an investment bank.
Wow. Okay, okay. So then she left for Wall Street and went back before Wall Street. Let's bring it on back. We got a local neighborhood that we come from, city of Annapolis. So for all the people from Annapolis, Maryland, H2O, we have a Bywater Honey right here live on Funky Friday for the very first show. So yesterday we had an amazing show. I don't know if you got a chance to catch it. Did you see any of
Nah, I was grinding.
it? And look at yesterday's show. It was with Miss 2020 Florida American, Mrs. and Mrs. Spangaletti is her name. But
Hmm.
the sister had such a phenomenal story.
Hmm.
She won Miss Florida American, Mrs. Florida America, and she's on her way to the Mrs. American pageant, but which then, of course, turns into Mrs. World. But yesterday, she talked about how she was, watched her mother be abused, and so she thought abuse was love, and she went 16 years abusing her husband in front of her children, and because he didn't fight her back, she thought he didn't love her.
Oh Lord.
She was abused as a child and didn't really know it until she was like oh man, 48, and it just was so many different things, but it really, the whole crux of it was how important it is for us to talk to our children about sex, their bodies, and be holistic. That's really, being, and then to have the relationship because she was scared to tell her mother, not because she thought her mother wouldn't believe her, but she thought, when I tell my mom, it's gonna blow everything up. We're gonna go back to being poor and living in where they were living in Southeast, and when it was rough, and that's gonna hurt my mom. My mom worked so hard, da da da. So she carried all of that, and that's what children do. They start to, but if they got that relationship to know that if I come to mom or dad, they gonna be there no matter what, and that's what I learned as a parent. So that was yesterday's show, but today we on Vision Board, baby. But it's Funky Friday, so get your pen, get your paper. You got about 3 more minutes before we get into it because there are 4 parts to Jamie Bennett, the lifestyle strategist of the Lifestyle Group, who is going to help you set your 2021 and beyond up. And 5, we love that, right? Mm-hmm. Of course we do, because we want to make sure that we got our boogie together. So I got my pen and my paper, right? I'm ready to rock. So get your pen, your paper, your crayons, your scissors, whatever you can get, get your sippy sip, some water, some alkaline water with some lemon in it. Come on, we got to get healthy. I see people out here doing all kinds of crazy things, but check it out. Do they tell people what to stop eating to get pre-existing conditions? Have they done that yet? No. They just tell you what you can go get. We can help you with this. You can get with this, or you can get with that. So that's what we're going to do. So go get your pen and your paper. We'll talk to the lifestyle strategist. Also tomorrow on the alkebulanshule.org, we will have Mr. Tony Browder, a scholar, historian, to talk about ancient African history on the Alkebulan Shule Saturday School, which is every first Saturday of the month. But right now, we're going to crank it up with my main man, DJ 5 Stars. Funky Friday. It's Happy New Year. We got to get it popping. Thank y'all for watching all last year. But right now, it's time to get busy. Funky Friday, baby, on the Peace in the Morning show.
DJ 5 Star.
Happy 2021.
You know the good PE keep you moving, man.
We're going to keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. What? 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 Keep it moving. 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 Good.
That's how we're doing it this morning on live on the Peace of the Morning Show. It's Funky Friday, baby. Happy New Year. Hey, we got the Queen right here. What's up, Queen? So what you do last night for New Year, Jamie Bennett?
I took myself to bed, is what I did. I'm grown.
Hey, look, I got an admission to make. So I have been on this new tip. It's really not new. Actually, last year was the most sleep probably I got in my entire life since I've been a teenager. Anybody know me as a teenager know I was working, playing ball, and going to school. I had like 3 jobs in high school, right? So, you know, and then at night, you know, we was playing ball and we called it getting together, gathering, socializing, you know what I'm saying, on a regular. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. And then I got to the community and started working professionally, and that was it. Now I understand the value of rest.
Let me tell you something. I ain't team no sleep. I ain't been team no sleep. I'm gonna get my rest.
Right. I'm hip. That's what it looked like. So Jamie, we're excited about this because we have an opportunity to work with you. And tell us what you do in terms of your client base and, you know, who you support and what type of work the Lifestyle Group does.
Okay, so the Lifestyle Group actually, and I always have to kind of put a caveat on this. So I serve high potential women in the areas of human capital strategy, lifestyle management, and coaching. But I do have a few brave gentlemen that are my clients.
Mm. and they're brave because you for real deal with them, right? Is that the
Yeah, it really takes somebody with a specific type of mindset that can embrace a strategic thought partner that's not going to tell you what you want to hear. And after the transformation. And so sometimes that's uncomfortable, but you're going to win.
Got it. So let us know how we can reach you because you got an event coming up, and I want people to be able to sign up and register. Then we're gonna get right into the vision board stuff. How can people reach you, your company, and also to register for this wonderful opportunity that you're gonna put together next weekend, Saturday and Sunday? You're gonna go all in to win. Matter of fact, let's hit it all up and ready to go. Win. So how can they reach you?
So people can follow me on IG. That's probably the social media account I'm most active on at the Lifestyle Strategist. And then they can check me out over on my website, which is jamiembennett.com.
Got it. Okay. So I hope people got their pens and paper. I see some of our regulars who are sitting in here. I know people just getting up out there, but you better get up and get it. It's 2021. It's time to have fun. See, that's one thing about 5-Star now. We have fun doing what we do. You know what I mean? A good brother I met last year before last, Augie Ogborn, famous photographer, calls it employment for enjoyment.
Ooh.
Employment for enjoyment. So if you're not enjoying it, then you shouldn't be employing it. Simple as that, right? That's right. It's Freestyle Friday or Funky Friday, baby. We're going to do some freestyling. But right now, let's get into the whole vision boards strategy piece. And also, just so you know, if you register by Sunday, you can get how much discount off your class?
$50.
Okay. And what Jamie's going to give you is going to be like what will set you up. Because she's not just going to give you a class on setting your vision board up. She's going to give you a whole strategy. Right? So let's jump into the strategy. Take it away, Jamie.
So the thing about it is I intentionally do not call this a party. We gonna party once you hit your goals. This is work, and I want my win. That's what I tell my people that are coming. We're gonna put together a comprehensive framework for you to transform your life, go from surviving to thriving. And so I need some sweat equity on this thing. Right? So it's a 4-part comprehensive framework. And so the first piece is not even the vision board piece. The first piece is a review period. How are we going to start without understanding the baseline? So I walk you through looking at 2020 in all its glory. Where did you win? Where did you drop the ball? What can we do to shore up those skill sets? So we come out the gate working.
Got it. Got it. So, in terms of, so who should be coming to do this? Why should people even create a vision board in the first place? What's the pretension behind that?
There is a long study scientifically that your brain can't tell the difference between manifesting or dreaming and reality. So there's something really powerful about setting intentions of where you want to be. And this really is for people who get tired of taking them same goals from year to year. You ready to change your life? This is what you need to be.
Right. So, and if you don't have a plan, right?
You plan to fail.
And if you speak it and you write it, and now you speaking it into existence, you're writing it into existence, and then your mind is starting to pull those things together, and then you execute.
Write the vision, make it plain.
So, okay, here we go. Jumping right into it. How do we start on the plans, the structure of, what's the first stage? We're going to break this up into 4 increments because that's how your class is broken up, correct?
Right.
But we're getting a high level version today. If you want the intensive jumpy, then you come on and get with the chumpy, go ching, ching, invest in yourself, get a puff off of that, and let's roll.
Right. So the first piece really is to sit down and have an honest reflection on what 2020 was. Right. It wasn't bad for everybody. It had some sucky pieces, but some people were winning. And so if you haven't been the type of person that documented from month to month, then I implore you to go back and look at what happened in January. Look on your calendar, look in relation to your goals. What were you able to achieve every month of the year? And where did you fall short? Me, I'm a journaler. So I have books filled with my daily to-do list, with my goals, with the things that I was able to hit. So that review is a little bit easier for me, but it can still be done for people who don't document that way.
Right.
That's the starting point. And I will acknowledge for people that are watching, this may feel a little corporate because there are some corporate elements in this framework. When you're in a company and you do strategic planning, you don't just start strategic planning out the blue. You always look at what came before. That is your baseline, your starting point, because how can you build without measuring the previous activity?
Excellent. So the first thing is to be able to go back, review 2020, look at your numbers. We talk about it. So we have something exciting to share. We launched a business last year called Optimal Business Development Solutions. And one of the things that we do, we're focused on helping small businesses develop their strategies, right? And their capacity to be able to grow and sustain themselves, right? But one of the keys in doing that is looking at your numbers.
Yes.
Not just at the end of the year when your taxes are due or the next year, but up front, right? So now we're going to go back and look at 2020, look at your numbers, look at your performance, look at how you spent your time, look at your phone. You should go back and look at your phone and your Zooms and see how much time you spent and who did you spend that time with. Do an analysis of what took place in your world to see, okay, this yielded results, that yielded results. That didn't yield me that much. You can still talk to them on the weekend, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I might not be able to see you, Slim.
Right. So prior to this work, I'm an HR practitioner. And I say that because of one of the key philosophies in HR is you measure what matters. If you're not measuring it, it don't matter. So if you're not keeping track of your time, like you just said, then it doesn't matter to you. And time is the great equalizer. It's the one thing we all have the same amount of on a daily basis. Anyway, we of course, we don't know when the end is for any one of us, but we all get the same 24 hours. And you can be intentional with it or you can be wasteful with it, but it's going to show up in your bank account.
Exactly. Ooh, one way or the other, huh? Yes, sir. And look, and then on top of that, yes, ma'am. And then on top of that, we also understand the value of knowing that if I put this into it, if I put this energy into it, then I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to get something valuable out of it. right? But if I don't put a whole lot of energy into it, and the big piece is, which is why the vision board is so critical, is because you want to be able to vision, you want to be able to see down the road. Like I have a plan that takes me out to 80 years old, right? I want to do this year, this decade, this decade, all the way out. Now, I didn't do that until the first one I did, I was at 21 when I first went to my master's program at Lincoln University, the first historically Black college and university that just was awarded $20 million. Thank you very much for the sister that gave us that $20 million, along with Morgan and Howard and Hampton and Morehouse and Spelman and Claflin and a host of other HBCUs. Yes. But we also, you know, understand the importance of now, okay, I wrote it down, now it's time to execute. So when we come back next week, for our second session, to how we get it set up. The first, we're gonna do our analysis, break it down, do the research, look at the numbers. Who are we on paper? You know, really kind of get that. Who are we in terms of how we function, our habits, what are our routines? Okay, and then we're gonna jump into that. So second week, but we're gonna jump on 5 right now. We're gonna get it cranky. It's Funky Friday. We gotta pump it up, so we gotta weave it. You gotta bob it and weave it, and bob it and weave it. And Jamie, you remember them Go-Go's back at down Bywater back in the day?
Don't tell me. Little perfection up in the mix. Yes, right. I do.
Right. No doubt about it. So I got this new Go-Go band that I'm crazy about called Pure Elegance. And man, they just, you know, that's my new jam. So we're gonna hear them a little bit later. But right now, 5 got a song for y'all that is his #1 song of 2020. It was his most played on the Peace in the Morning show. So you know he could bring it in 2021. And if you didn't learn anything from Kwanzaa that just came out, cooperative economics, unity, Umoja, Imani, faith, self-determination, one thing you better learn is, hey, hire people that hire you because that's who hires people. So let me give you a quick example. Microsoft, Google, Facebook, all of them have less than 5% African-American employees. You do the math. You see how much those companies are worth. You do the math. People hire people that look like them. All black, everything. Go ahead, 5, take it away, bro.
To meet my real estate agent today. Bought some houses in the hood. Right where the news say all the people no good. Had to leave in my car, the one I bought from a black dealer. Drank some wine, friends and me, because my brother owns his own winery. That's why we're talking about all black everything. Can give you all my gold, still expect to be a king. Call my doctor, private practice.
Come on, y'all, Funky Friday. Happy New Year, baby. You're on the Peace in the Morning show with Darius St. Stan. We got the Queen, his name is Bennett, on Vision Boards this morning. Come on. Wow.
Went to my black on bank to pull out some dough. Hold my lady, Lord, she pretty. Going to this new black hub and she came red. That's why we're talking about all black. All black everything. I can't give you all my gold, still expect to be a king. My doctor, my dentist, my partner, my apprentice, designer, my farmer, my teacher, call my lawyer, car dealer, mechanic, my shrink in case I panic.
Jam right there.
My judge, my banker, my preacher, Lord, my savior.
You hear hit that note? All right, let's bring it on down, bring it on down, bring it on down. Yeah. Thank you, my brother. That's DJ 5 Star. DJ 5 Star. Yeah, that's right. So, Jamie, let's go back.
Mhm.
I'm gonna switch you up in here, put you a little in the middle. There you go. All right. Now we want to hear again from you, just in terms of what you see for the second part of the session. You know, we started off with the analysis, looking at what we did last year, our habits, our traits. Look at your numbers, know your numbers, know your numbers, right? Don't be afraid of your numbers. My master's coach, when I was getting my master's degree, said, what's your strong point? What's your strong suit? What are you good at? And I told him. And he said, okay, what's your area of challenge? And I said, well, I would say, numbers, statistics. He said, okay, that's what you can do your project on. Your thesis, your master's project is going to be focused on your strength, your weakness. So guess what? It's now my strong suit. I lead with numbers, stats. Yeah. I lead with stats. So when you come with something on Peace in the Morning, we've already done our homework. We've done our research. We're not saying if we don't know. And when we see it and hear it somewhere else, regardless of what it sounds like, conspiracy theory or otherwise, we go do the research and we go find all the different sources to back that up. And if it doesn't match, we don't share it with you, right? And if we do, we say we can't back it up. But what's in week 2? I mean, what's the second section that we're going to focus on?
So I think I want to talk a little bit about the mindset piece. And I want to be really clear. I'm going into my 9th year of business. A little hood chick from Bywaters. God is no respecter of person. So I don't have nothing that nobody on here watching doesn't have. I ain't got no special sauce, no special skills. I work and I got a good network. So you got to get in control of your mind, because if you think you can have it or you think you can't, you're probably right. Either way. And so that mindset piece is the most important, most critical part. Shout out to my business coach who is watching, who Lord knows has done a work with me in my mindset.
Hey, Lisa, peace and love. We appreciate you, all the good work you're doing with our partners.
Oh my goodness, I love me some Lisa, honey. She gathers me, and I have a strong personality. So to allow myself to be gathered is the work of the Lord. So the second piece, the second piece is really around a growth mindset, believing that you can change sort of your place in life by doing the work. Everything is figure outable. So, and that's a word. If it's not, it's going to be a word today. We can
That's
figure
right. It's going to be a word
out.
Today.
Right. And so second framework is we're talking about mindset, growth mindset, but we also assess. I'm a baseline chick. We cannot elevate up level without understanding where you are. And so the way this weekend is structured is 4 sessions on Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So I'm going to come on at 10, I'm going to teach you something, then I'm going to give you some homework. So the homework between session 1 and 2 is go do this assessment on these areas of your life. Tell me where you are from 0 to 10. And then when you come back, I want you to tell me what your focus is for 2021. It not necessarily should be every area of your life. Like, I want to know on a scale of 0 to 10, where are you with your spiritual walk? Where are you with your relationship with your husband? Where are you with self-care? Where are you? So that we can then look at all those numbers and decide what are the areas we're going to focus on in 2021.
Got it. Okay, so that's that mindset. Definitely want to focus on being able to get people to that point where they understand the value of their surroundings, their team, right? Who's encouraging you? Who's praying with you? If people calling you up on the gossip tip, or they calling you up about this, that, and the other, but they're not calling you up with a word of prayer or a word of encouragement, or how can I help you? How can I help you versus can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Are your relationships reciprocal?
Right. I mean, that is so critical, and understanding that sometimes people come for a season. Everybody not supposed to get to forever with you. And so you gotta be tapped into when that season needs to end.
So as we shift to the third piece, the only other thing that since you brought up mindset, we talked about it in the beginning of the show. If you get a chance, go check out the Lights of the Round Table segment yesterday, the Piece of the Morning show. We had Mrs. Florida 2020, and her whole conversation, her platform is to raise voices of children who abuse, or adults who abuse as children, and just anybody who's dealing with sexual abuse. And she talked about the men that have been that were abused, that talked to her. Just so many people have come forward as a result of her sharing her story. But your mental health, get yourself some counseling, find out there may be things that are going on that you didn't even know existed. And your mind was so powerful that it trapped it and put it away. She thought that it was a dream that she had until she realized that a cousin of hers had the same experience. And then it clicked that I was being raped. I was being molested. But it didn't, for 40 years, it didn't register because her mind put it away as a dream. So you don't know unless you go out and get that. And then your significant other, you got to make sure that their mental state, where are they? Because a lot of the behaviors that they may have may be triggered by what transpired in their past that they have not even realized. And then your children, how do you protect your children? So making sure that everybody in the house is having some type of mental health counseling, some type of spiritual connection. Definitely your diet, what you eat, makes a huge difference. We talked about people are lining up to take the vaccine, but nobody's lining up to change the way that they eat to stop from getting the pre-existing conditions that put you into place. If you exercise, stop eating meat that causes chloric acid, where cancer lies in acid in the body. You hear about acidic versus alkaline. We continue to put things in the body that are destroying it, and then we want the quick fix. So give me the quick fix. You don't know what's in the quick fix. You just taking it because what? Do your homework, do your research. So 5, you got something for us. You're going to crank it up. We got about 15 more minutes with the queen. Jamie, so give me your website, though, so we can make sure that people are registering and going online and getting a part of this full vision board setup, please.
Sure, JamieBennett.com. And we have a store over there with all kind of good things.
I know that's right. And then in addition to that, if you join by Sunday, if you register by Sunday, put in Peace in the Morning show. If you register by Sunday,
PITM.
There you go, PITM, Peace in the Morning. If you put PITM in, then you'll get a $50 discount if you register by Sunday. What's the total cost?
$197 before the discount, $147 after, and that's for 4 complete sessions.
Wow. And then you're going to build something, but we're going to talk about the build piece in a minute, because you're not just coming up with a vision board. That's the one part that I want you to really kind of get. You're going to get a whole strategy on how to execute. It's one thing to have, okay, I got the board. It looks good, but now how do I execute, right? How do I make that happen? So that's what we wanted. Let me see what some of the folks are kind of tapping us. C Down says she's all for it. That's it. She loves it. Mind your associations. Facts. Take care of your mind, body, and soul. Thank you so much, Erica Hamilton, for the work that you do on the front line. Postal worker. Beautiful queen with a lot of inspiration. My good brother, Jonathan Pope. Thank you, King, for chiming in. I know you got your vision board already rocking. Serena Sims, Sunshine Sims, Happy New Year to you, Queen. Thank you for joining and supporting the Peace of the Morning show. And C Downs out there with the parole community and the Chambers Park Association doing all the good work that you're doing. Thank you so much. So let's kick on into our third week. So what's coming behind Mindset, Jane?
So
third session. I keep saying week. I'm making it like it's third. It's Power Pack 2 days on the weekend. Bottom line, Saturday and Sunday. Boom.
So I am a vision board believer, practitioner, but this ain't that. This is not us just doing a vision board and then sitting in front of it and humming. Baby, we about to do some work. So for in session 3, I'm coming for the sweat equity. So we're going to take sort of the assessment you did and the areas you said that you wanted to focus on. That is the basis for the vision board. So between session 2 and 3, 2 p.m. on Saturday and 10 a.m. on Sunday, that's when you go do your vision board. Cut out your pretty pictures, make it, fly, stick them all on. But session 3 is action planning. So if one of your things is, I want to launch a business, in session 3, we are going to figure out what are the 10 to 12 steps you need to take to actually launch. What are the 10 to 12 steps you need to take to lose the weight? What are the 10 to 12 steps you need to do? Like, we're taking it from this big, vague, I want dream state to tactical steps that you actually can do to get the goal done once and for all. I don't want to see these goals on my people's vision board in 2022. I don't want to see them because we did them. We got them done in 2021.
Awesome. So, that's a big deal to be able to now, it's not just a vision board, it's the action steps and how you plan those, how to plan and execute those things. And then, what have you found, Jamie, in terms of, because you help coach folks on a consistent basis, the accountability piece? How important is it to have that accountability partner?
So you jumping ahead to my 5th part.
It's Funky Friday. That's one of the good things about it. We smart and we crank on here.
It's all good.
So no, but I got another question. I'm gonna pull that one back and we're gonna let that one roll and get a puff off of that, right? So in addition to looking at action steps, when you talk about the execution of those things, how do you prioritize?
Well, part of the prioritizing comes from the earlier assessment.
Okay.
And it also comes from me limiting you to 10 to 12 steps, right? But with this structure, with this framework, you absolutely can work on 3 to 5 goals at the same time with this aspect that I'm going to teach you about calendaring, right? So it's not just, okay, this is my big goal. These are the 10 to 12 steps. The next part of it is, well, when you going to work on it? Not vaguely, give me a date and time. Put an appointment on your calendar. What I have found about Black people, specifically Black women, is we can show up for everybody and everything else but ourselves. So I advocate setting up appointments with you for you. When are you going to do the research on launching a business? 12 o'clock on Thursday? Okay, bet. Put that stuff on your calendar. When are you going to work out? 2 o'clock on Friday? Bet. So it's actually taking this stuff from this vague pie in the sky to putting some legs on it and actually having these appointments that you show up for. Because what I know is if you and I had an appointment, which we have a bunch in a given week, you show up for those appointments because you know I'm waiting. I need you to have that same energy for yourself.
Right. Put you in front.
Right. This whole concept, I don't buy into the whole sacrificial lamb thing. Like that, oh, woe is me. I got to be out here holding it down for my family. Yes, that's part of it. But I am a better sister, a better daughter, a better mom when I put myself on my own to-do list.
Wow. Hey, so the adage that I use with regard to that is put your mask on first. So if you don't travel a lot, you may not, which a lot of people did last year. When you get on an airplane, the first thing they say is you're traveling with a small child or a senior. Please put your mask on first and then assist the other people. So you can't help anybody else if you don't help yourself. Right.
Right. I feel like what I've learned on this 9-year entrepreneur journey is you go to market, you do your research, you follow the gurus, and they tell you this is how you do it. Well, I've been rebelling silently for almost 10 years. So I like to go to market and be like, yeah, nah, I'm not really rocking with that. let me take the first part of your framework and flip it and then structure it and deliver it in a way to serve the people that I have been put here to help.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So, you know, the putting the people here to help and who's coming up. We're gonna go now to the next session. I want to make sure that we get all our Funky Friday end up in there to make sure that people get that funk and that groove. It is the new year. We already should be thinking about, if we haven't started sweating yet, that we're gonna sweat today. Make sure you get that in. Make sure you get your water in with your lemon and alkaline the body, because you got to have that. You got to have your body. Make sure you did your prayers, right? Make sure you prayed. Make sure you meditate. Don't just pray, meditate, and then go to work on those actions, those prayers, and bring the manifestations to life, right? And we're in the midst of a huge convergence, the winter solstice, Jupiter, right? And Saturn at the same time. Well, basically, it may look like they call it a Christmas star, but they were literally intersecting one another, right? And it happens every 20 years. And when that happens, it pulls a great deal amount of energy. So you might be going through stuff you don't understand, like why things seem to be so intense. And it's because of that very astrological transaction. And so pay attention, get out your box. Get out your box. Our forte and focus for 2021 is to promote positive media and retooling leadership. That's our focus. Everything that we're going to do is going to be centered around that. And so retooling leadership means that you can't keep doing the same things and expect to get the same results. Right? That's right. So our good brother, Aaron Ike Owens, he's consistently, he got it. What's his new Get Change to Make Change?
Yep.
That's right. So you can expect to see him coming up on the Peace in the Morning show. So, okay, let's crank it up. So now we're going to go to our next. We talked about it. I kind of tipped it into it, what your circle looks like, but tell us the next section that you want to cover.
So the last part is really talking about accountability and review. And so for the people that are listening, I want to give you something. When you go to market and you decide like, okay, I'm ready for a coach, I want you to look for a couple things. I want you to make sure that your coach has a coach, and I want you to make sure as best you can what your people or what your coach is teaching you is something that they've not only learned, but they've actually implemented. Like, I don't really need nobody experimenting with me. I want this to be battle tested. And so I think that's really critical. I think I'm on here by myself. I guess Darius will pop back on.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see.
I just featured you.
Oh, you gave me the screen. Okay.
you the star, right? I just work here. You
Look, that's my hood aspect. Like, I'm on here by myself. So with accountability, and I said what I said for a reason. So I have 5 accountability coaches, 5 that hold me accountable for different things. I shouted out Lisa Delaney Anderson on here, who is my business coach, who gets me right around mindset, around numbers, around playing small. Right. And then I have other coaches, for branding and for other things. So that accountability is something not only that I believe in, that you have to have it because it moves you forward, but it's something I also practice in my own life. That's how important it is. I'm not out here telling you to do something that I don't do and I haven't done for 9 years. And so accountability is a game changer because it leverages you showing up for other people quicker than you show up for yourself. And so that is built into this framework as well. Got it.
Okay. So now you got that team, that accountability partner. Like, who are you working with? Who is your top 5? That's you got a top 5, right? There you go. And they're accountability partners, which means that you also want people that are going to be honest with you.
Right. It does not serve you for you to have your girlfriend as your accountability partner and you're like, well, I didn't do it. And they're like, oh, girl, that's all right. When we get in the latest bag? No, sis, what happened? Why you dropped the ball? Do you need me to talk to you on the phone when you walk around the block? Let's figure this out, right? Because them giving you a pass ultimately doesn't help you. I
Yeah.
want people to gather me. Y'all, if I could tell you the spankings that I got in 2020 around playing small and having these price points be too low, we'd be here all day.
Right.
That's what you
Right.
want, though.
But that, so you need people that are going. You need people in your corner. We call it in our circle, the room of candor.
Yes.
Right.
Or in Bywater terms, you need somebody that's gonna keep it 100.
You're gonna keep it 100, huh? You're gonna keep it 100. So being able to do that is a critical component, to putting yourself in position so that you have that team, right?
Yeah.
So you need that team, and you need people that are gonna hold you accountable, and you need people that are gonna have reciprocal relationships. So if they're not interjecting or supporting you, and they don't line up with your goals, those things that are in that space, then right now, I mean, if you look at what's going on in the world, we really don't have time to be lollygagging. I mean, anybody who knows me know I love to have a good time. I love to part. I love to do that. But guess what? You got to keep your focus, man. You got to rock it, right? And so we're going to make sure that happens. And in order to do that, you need a 5. You need at least, like you said, 2 or 3 people. And I love what you told them again. Give that tip again in terms of what you need when you're looking for coaches. What it is that you're looking for.
Yeah, you gotta make sure your coach has a coach. You gotta make sure your coach is investing in up leveling themselves, because you get the benefit of that.
Right.
And not to be shady, but we can see on a national stage what it looks like when you're surrounded by yes people.
Right.
You don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't. Ooh. No doubt. You do not want that. You do not want that. And here's another key piece. You have to be an open system.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be open, because it's one thing for people to talk to you. You got to be able to listen and then act on it, and that's corrective action. So, we work with a group. One of our clients that's, let's shout them out, PGN Network. I mean, the Power Generation Network down in Atlanta, Georgia, and Maryland. Thank you so much, Cheryl Dodd and Terry McGahee. Right. But thank you so much for you all support. But one of the things that happens on a weekly basis is we keep each other real. We pull each other up. And so week after week, we giving corrective action to make sure that we follow up and we do those things that people said, well, make sure you do this, or make sure you do that, or make sure, the agenda set. Everything is tight in your meetings. Before you go into your meetings, what's the agenda? I called my daughter and my children together, the family together for a meeting, and my daughter sent me, okay, Daddy, what's the agenda? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, check that chin, DeAndre. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what you got to put that into perspective.
Yeah. Part of it, preparing in that way, is being respectful. If I didn't told you I only got 24 hours and I'm mindful of my time, don't waste it. Whatever you need from me, come prepared so I can give you what you need and then go on about my business.
Right.
And this is the thing. This is my heart. I've spent my time doing this, developing this, working really hard at it, because I want to see you win. Right. I want you to have the best possible version of your life. Nothing is more draining for me to have the same conversation over and over. And actually, I don't. The second time, I'm done. Look, come back when you're ready to put some sweat equity on it. Otherwise, I love you, but it's going to be from afar on this topic, because I ain't got time to sit here and talk about it 5 and 10 times. Right.
I know it's about 9:50. We're going to wrap it up. We got 10 more minutes, but DJ 5-Star got another event. Right now, the virtual venue, go to Eventbrite for virtual venues. Virtual venues been rolling since the 31st, New Year's Eve, all the way to 3 p.m. today. We're broadcasting live on the virtual venue. So shout out to all the folks that are there. Black Professional Men, Tight Knit Radio, Faces Going Places, all organizations that are supporting the virtual venue. And the virtual venue is just basically a space where you are able to take the things that you were doing before COVID and now you can put them up and have a team manage that for you. So you look good, you sound good, information is clear and on point, and it also is relatable, right? So they also help you to manage your content. So check out virtual venues, go to Eventbrite, and you can find virtual venues, and you'll be able to tie and plug right into that. And we're also going to bring up our good sister, Monica Lindsay, Amaka. She's going to be joining us shortly to talk about Alkevion Shule and Tony Browder that's coming on. So if I know you got a roll, we appreciate you. It's Funky Friday on the Peace in the Morning Show. I'm here with Jamie Bennett, the lifestyle strategist. That's right. And so, Jamie, the last piece, we're going to do a, hey, Five, I see you, brother. You ready to rock? I know you got a poll on out. You want to crank it up for us before we roll? Give us that last Funky Friday jam session.
I got to put the queen in the set. Start with world peace.
Oh, do we need world peace? Good God Almighty.
Do we need world peace?
Do we need world peace? Come on, y'all. Queen, I see the bay. Earth blessing.
What do we have to fight against nuclear war? What do we have? What do we have that we never had before? What do we have? What do we have to fight against atomic bombings? What do we have? What do we have? What kind of favors can we call in? What do we have? We have technology and we have forgery. We have things that destroy our homes and families. We've got the ability to put those weapons down. We've got that kind of power. Every move we act right now. World peace and harmony and unity is the faith for freedom. For freedom. Somebody help. Somebody help, we want you. Somebody help, we need somebody you. Help. Help us, help. Somebody help. Somebody help, we need you. Somebody help, we need somebody help.
I just want to stop right there and say Happy New Year to all 2021. And that's right, 2020 WON. They won. So let's look forward to new things, great things. I'm DJ 5 Star. I'll see y'all sooner or later.
That's right. Hey, Five, let them know, just let them know real quick, send it to you, how they can reach you for your Math Through Music program. Five has a phenomenal Math Through Music production where he teaches young people STEM through a whole DJ kit. There it is. Boom. MTM Math Through Music curriculum. Flat out. We not playing. That's right.
It's always on deck. It is always on deck. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have, for the first time ever in the United States, we have a duffel bag that comes with everything you need to learn how to DJ using 5th grade through 9th grade math. So our curriculum actually has a 45 record melted down as the first page of the record. In here teaches you how to set everything up, what's in the bag, and teaches you how to DJ literally, and using 5th grade through 9th grade math. So you have your laptop, comes right in the bag with all your software, unlimited downloads on music, so you can download country music or R&B. Comes with your DJ controller, mixer, all in one. You have our curriculum and embedded videos, so you don't even need me to come teach you how to set everything up. You just pop on the laptop, and you got 2 sets of headphones and your computer stand, everything you need to go and engage our young people or our more seasoned people to learn how to DJ for craft, but increasing your math skills. So ladies and gentlemen, that's Math Through Music. This is all that's in our curriculum, upper and lower limits, expanding range percentages, working with decimals, addition, subtraction. We just want to make learning fun.
Come on, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of my top 5. Okay, I don't mean to brag. I'm just grateful, right? Thank you, Five. God bless you, brother. I was just saying earlier this morning, you have been such an uplifting and added so much value in my life in terms of this production and the work that we do and just brotherhood. So thank you so much, man. I love you and appreciate you. Happy New Year to the Queen. And speaking of queens, now you see one of our very own, Alkebulan Shule, another part of my top 5, right? We are not playing. In order to know yourself, you got to know your history. And that's what Alkebulan Shule is about. So peace and love, Queen Amaka, Monica Lindsay.
Greetings, Jumbo, Habari Ghani.
Habari Ghani, we just came off Imani, which is faith. We did that prayer in the midnight. So congratulations on putting together a entire African school, Alkebulan Shule, which is Mother of Earth, right? It's the birthplace. Before Africa was named Africa by a Danish man, it was Alkebulan. So that's why we was just Kiswahili for the continent. And then Shule is school in Kiswahili. So tell us all about the collaboration, Alkebulan Shule.
Oh gosh, just amazing. It's the blessings of God. I mean, all thanks to him. It's not anything that wasn't imbued by the power of his mightiness, and the necessity of such a program has come because of the